Long putts are very important in that we need to get the ball close. We don't necessarily have to make the putt, obviously, but what you're trying to do is maximum 2 putt. We'll go through some strategies that I have to make that more likely to happen. Step 1 is you always got to consider if there's a slope and which way is the ball going to break. If the ball, for example, here is breaking a little bit from the left to the right, I got to aim a little bit more to my left. And with that, the ball's going to slope around more to the right. So I got to imagine a target, if you like, immediate target, where I want the ball to roll over. And this is how we can get the ball pretty close. Any times outside 10 feet, it's considered normally a 2 putt range. And we'll show you how we can get it pretty close. If you can, if you have time, do a few little practice swings before you putt. Pick your line, just so you feel nice and relaxed. When you feel comfortable, little backswing and all the way through. So you can see that when I came through the putt, that my putter blade went all the way through as far as this point, although it's only about a 15-foot putt. This is really good technique. Same again, picking my line. Small backswing, about to here, and all the way through like so. So we see that the putter blade has gone through a considerable amount. In long putts, you got to trust your feel. It's very important. We all have really good instinct. I can show you that by demonstrating. If I roll a ball with my right arm, like so, we can see that I can get the ball pretty close without thinking about it too much. So always go with your first impression. Like so, what I've done there is just roll the ball with my right hand. It's the same on the putting stroke, where you're rolling it with your right hand. Only in the putting stroke that you've both 2 hands on the club, left and right, and you're rolling it through, like the bowling ball, like so. Both hands on the club this way with the putting stroke. To verify that instinct is very important and feel on these long putts, I can throw keys here just by instinct, because I can gauge distance. My intuition has me to gauge distance, like so. Okay, so the keys have arrived right back at me here. This is how we got to harness some of our feel and let our intuition happen and trust your instinct. Very important. If you want to be a good long putter, these are the ways you go about doing it. So reviewing on the long putts, we can see that the backward movement is pretty short. All the distance comes from acceleration and forward movement through the putt, like so. We can see that the blade has travelled quite a ways through the ball there. If we take a big backswing, like so, a lot of times we decelerate and the club stops. From this point, we're going to come up short on the putt. So really good practice is, as a drill, to make long putts, is that the putter blade doesn't have to come back a long way. It's in the forward movement, like you're pushing through the shot. That's where all the roll comes from on the ball. So if you take a little shorter backswing and push all the way through to the forward swing, you'll become a much better putter. This is about 16 feet, this distance, and we can see that the putter blade has only come back about this much, but all the way through. Summarising on the long putts, to become a good long putter, we take a short backswing and a big follow through. This gets the proper roll on the ball, and you notice if you do this that you don't come up short near as much as you would. Short backswing all the way through. Short backswing all the way through.